It's not about motivation. Winners need discipline. Wake up and win today. Discipline comes from within.
Boxing King Media in association with the Riyadh season. Joseph Parker, Joe, I see that you got some sort of Street Fighter design going off on your top.
I would take credit for it, but it was Dynasty Sports who came up with it. They're my team from New Zealand who make a lot of my merchandise, and I think it was appropriate leading into this fight. And obviously we've seen the promo and the logos and everything else that they've prepared for this fight, so it was appropriate just to make this to fit in.
Good stuff, man. It looks good. How are you? We met in Dublin a few weeks ago. You look. I feel like you put a bit of muscle on, a bit of shape, and you looked a bit trimmer then. You looked a bit bigger now. Is that a good observation?
I don't know. Probably. I have been working hard and training, putting in the work with George and with Andy Lee, head trainer. So if there is muscle, great. If there's extra muscle, be awesome.
Well, any dad of 4 or 5 kids with muscles, it's all good, isn't it? What do you make of this whole Riyadh season thing so far? Because you're now, this is going to be looked back in years to go. It's a part of history. You're part of this history now, and you're being put in 2 iconic fights back to back. So you're going to be mentioned in this years to come, no matter what. Would you agree with that?
So mentioned or not, I'm very happy to be a part of these big fights. I'm happy to be involved in the biggest fights I can be involved in, not only for myself but for the team. And we love challenges, and we love fights that make us work harder and motivate us more, and fights that, when we're the underdog, not so much prove to others but prove to ourselves that we belong at the top, or prove to myself that I belong at the top with the help of my team.
And it seems like you've been on this mad run. I think I worked out 5 fights in 13 months and you've done 20 odd rounds. Do you miss normal life?
I love this.
Yeah.
I love boxing. I love training. I love camp. I love...
Mrs. Parker's listening, by the way.
Yeah. My wife was in camp with me and my kids for the first 4 weeks. And when I came over to Saudi, they flew back home. But boxing has given us a good life. We've been able to travel around the world as a family, and obviously we've been able to have my team here. Like, I got my brother here, my cousin, my massage therapist, got Andy Lee, George Lockhart, got everyone here. So as a team and as a family, we've been able to travel around the world and experience things that other people don't experience. So we're very blessed, and boxing has done this for us.
Do you look forward to the moment where you can just put your feet up, eat crisps, chocolates, watch TV, or is that not you?
No, listen, I do look forward to it. I look forward to, after the fight, flying home and having a nice burger on the plane and getting home, crisps and Oreo balls and chocolates and all that. But the feeling of, do you know that feeling? It only lasts 2 or 3 days. So I want to get back straight into, to structured eating and programming and training.
I was speaking to Zhang yesterday, and he kind of emphasised the fact that both of you are quite well-behaved, well-mannered, humble men. We're not going to get any sort of beef talk or anything like that. He did say something about, if you chat shit, you'll get Zhang. But I think that was said in jest.
I think that's a great sort of slogan, like chat shit, get Zhanged, And he's the big bang that bangs everything. So he's got a few things that he says that's really capturing. But I'm fighting. I'm going to be explosive Joseph.
Explosive Joseph, I like that. What do you make of him as a man? Obviously, I'm guessing you might have seen him today. It's the first time you've seen him proper, like, face to face. What would you make of him physically? You would have shaped him up.
Yeah, he's a big man. He's a big man with big power, and he's coming to this fight confident with his ability and what he's done in the ring with not only Joe Joyce, and the fight that I had with Joe Joyce. I'm sure he's looking at that as well. So I expect the best Zhang to come and give me the best fight.
I want to re-emphasize what I said to you a month or so ago, that Frank Warren told me nobody wanted to fight him. They offered his fight to loads of people. Everyone turned it down, and you went yes.
I love these fights. I love these big fights, and I love these challenges, and I love fights that get me up and going. And I'm not the only one that loves it. Even, like, say, George Lockhart, Andy Lee, the head trainer, my team, like, we're all up for it. And we know the challenge and how hard and tough this fight's going to be. But we want it. We want all of that.
And just a quick one, I know I touched on it there, that you come across as a really nice, humble man, quiet, just family orientated. Just has there ever been a time in your life where you've probably been the opposite? And you know, if there was, you know, what's the bad version of a Joseph Parker?
The bad version of myself.
If there ever was one.
Probably when I was younger, just more selfish, and when I didn't have a family, and just yeah, probably it's not really a bad version, but when you're just
Learning about life.
learning about life, learning about yourself, and you just focus on yourself. Whereas now, I'm focused on myself because I'm in camp and I'm preparing for a fight, but I have a family and I have a wife and I have kids, parents, and you know, and I'm looking forward to fighting, giving it my best, and just going home and being that person.
Good stuff, man. And just the last question I want to ask you, the main event on this show, NGANNOU Joshua, saw the face-off between them, and Francis said something about he was questioning Anthony Joshua's resilience. You know, you could potentially argue against the fact, you know, against Klitschko, Dillian White, other fights, Povetkin, he showed resilience. You know, where do you kind of stand with it, having shared the ring with him?
You can't really question someone like Joshua on resilience, and there's a few fights that hasn't gone his way, but he's still going. He's still here, he's still fighting, he's still pursuing the goals that he wants to achieve in boxing and in life. It's a tough fight for both fighters. Joshua, you would think, being the one that's been involved in boxing his whole life, would take the win, but I don't think it's as easy as that. I think Francis Ngannou is a dangerous threat, not only with the power, but he can take a shot, whether it's an elbow or forearm or a punch or a kick or a head, but whatever it is, he's taking all these hits in his MMA career and UFC career. So can Joshua really hurt him? We'll probably find out soon.
We definitely will. And last thing, you know, you want to finish off, you know, I don't know what you call it. Where did that come from? And where does that come from?
I don't know. I just felt like one day pointing, and I ended up pointing that way, and that was it.
The first time I saw it was in the gala dinner. You did it to me when I had the camera pointed at you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. On that note, Joseph Parker, as always, it's a pleasure, man. I wish you all the best. What's the ripped jeans, by the way? What's going on there?
My dog.
Is it? Okay.
My dog got into my jeans again.
All that money is wearing ripped jeans. Joseph Parker, thank you. This interview was powered by IPMB.
Listen, I got a question for you. Where can discipline take you? Discipline points you towards your goals.